Don't ask me to talk.
From the sublime to the ridiculous.
Join me, Stacey Heller,
And me, Eric Ryder.
as we talk about what's good to watch, read, see, listen to, and more.
An edutaining 1-hour break in your day that includes the segment, What Are We Eating? Sponsored by Dingfelder's Delicatessen.
Stick with us for something good. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Don't Ask Me to Talk. I am your host, Stacey Heller. I am joined, of course, by my co-host, Eric Ryder.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody.
I started out slow, contemplative. I don't know. It's Thursday.
It is.
I'm sliding into the end of the week, which is why sometimes when you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe a little stressed, burdened, this is a great alternative to all that stuff that we consume daily. So Eric and I focus on the other stuff, the fun stuff, the random stuff, the good stuff.
A bit of fluff.
A
usually.
bit of fluff, yes. And yet, you will learn something occasionally.
Yes.
Right? I mean, if not about
you can't help but accidentally learning something, on each one of these shows.
Maybe that's our new tagline, like the show where you accidentally might learn something.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we can sharpen that up just a bit.
Right?
But, something like that.
I don't mind that at all. So, hey, thanks for listening. You might actually learn something, including how to share it with other people. So remember, if you miss the show weekly, no fear. You can actually listen to it as a podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. I would love it, and as would Eric, if you subscribed. Subscribing is good. Commenting is good. Rating is wonderful. You can find this show and also Stacey Connects. And a reminder that you can follow the Damped, D-A-M-T-T, playlist on Spotify, and you can follow Stacey Talks on Instagram. So if you want to connect with us, please text, leave a voicemail at 475-999-2726.
And if you don't want to connect with us, then by all means, don't text or leave a voicemail at 475-999-CRAM.
There you go. A ring and run, as it were.
Yes.
I'm getting a little desperate. I'm not going to lie. I really want to hear from people, and we're not. I don't know what I need to do. Maybe we need to do another gift card. Maybe that's what I need to do. Another gift card for Dingfelders.
Hey, bribery often works.
Right? So here's the deal, folks. I'll tell you what. Reach out to us and tell us something that you're liking about the show.
Reach out.
Thank you.
Reach out.
That was pretty good. Keep going.
Reach out to us.
Tell us what you want to hear. Tell us what you like. Give us some feedback.
Well, I'll tell you what, our topic today is Halloween costumes. And I know that somebody out there has a great story of their favorite Halloween costume that they ever wore. Maybe they won a costume party. Maybe they last minute came up with the best costume that they've ever had. Maybe they have no clue what they want to dress up this year as, and they want some hints from listeners or maybe ideas from us. Any of those things would be a great thing to call in and leave us a voicemail about, or text and message us and let us know. And we'd love to address that on the show in the next one.
Totally. Yeah. And we would also love to share a $25 gift card from, I know you're surprised, Dingfelder's Delicatessen. I mean, we've been talking about the Reuben sandwich that is going to be making its debut shortly, so why not? I mean, come on. Speaking of things to get excited about, it is that time of the show.
Besides the Reuben sandwich, which is worth getting excited about.
It definitely is. But right now, it is time for that part of the show where we discuss some of the ridiculous high holidays.
Happy holidays.
That's the one. So, today is International Information Overload Day. Now, when I first read it, I thought it said Overlord Day. That kind of made me chuckle. And this one resonates.
Finally, the overlords are
Right?
getting their due.
I know. And of course, that made me think of, what is it? Oh, Behave. What is Austin Powers?
Dr. Evil?
Dr. Evil. I'm like, is he a overlord? I mean, he might be.
Yeah, that's a good question. What is the textbook definition of overlord? Because I since he doesn't seem to have any actual power, I'm not sure that he qualifies as an overlord. So a ruler, especially a feudal lord, a person of great power or authority.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, I'm not sure that Dr. Evil qualifies, but
Instead
I'm
of,
with it. I'm hip.
I mean, I think CEO has a whole new meaning now.
right, yeah, there you go. He is overlord of his company, so I
Right?
guess
So he's the CEO.
in that sense, yes,
Yeah,
he
he's the
qualifies.
chief executive, or maybe the chief ego overlord.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. So anyway, back to what today is actually about, information overload. That's a perfect example. Like, to me, the information that comes at us anymore, it's like going through a tunnel.
Yeah, like actual useful information, like the definition of overlord, gets pushed out
Yes.
by completely useless information, like the fact that it's International Information Overload Day.
Totally. Or like the fact that I know, like, Behave or $1 million. And
Yes.
yet, so I should say that it should be like useless information overload day, because I think that's the point that you're making. But there's just so much information. I mean, technology has done amazing things. Basically, at our fingertips, we can look up anything in real time and get an answer for it, as long as you've got Wi-Fi. And that is a blessing and a curse. Because
Absolutely.
I don't know about you, but sometimes it's just too much. It's upsetting to me when I get my weekly notification about my screen time. I feel like I need to, even though no one sees it except for me, I feel like I need to defend myself against myself. And I was doing work on here, or I was looking things up, or, I wasn't just playing the game about the king that I'm going to save.
I'm down to 23 hours a day, so I feel like I'm making progress.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Does it, what I've always wondered is, does checking the report on your screen time, if you've got an iPhone, that it's like built in, they tell you how much time you spent on your phone, does looking at the report count as screen time?
I know, right?
Because if so, I need to turn that notification off so I can
right? Get the number
chip
down
away.
a little.
Yeah, chip away at that.
It's tricky because, I fall asleep sometimes to Spotify. I have certain playlists.
Right, yeah.
So I'm like, is that considered screen time?
Exactly. I'm dozing off to podcasts usually. Is that screen time? I don't know.
I don't know either. This is the kind of information that we can get overloaded about.
Absolutely.
And I mean, even as somebody that has raging ADHD and I take in a ton of information all the time, even I can get totally overloaded with this information. So I'm not really sure what the point of the holiday is.
Yeah. Do we celebrate it or do we try to cope with it?
Yeah, I mean, I can look it up because, again, here it is right here. It's a day to take a step back from the amount of information that we're faced with on a daily basis from social media and online news and emails and text messages. So this would have been great to know about.
So really, you pitched International Information Overload Day as a way of viral marketing this show, because we, instead of bringing you information, we're just bringing you fluff.
Right.
There you go.
So, I mean, you're welcome. And this would have been good to know this morning, not this afternoon. So that's okay. You can celebrate. Some people don't celebrate holidays on the day.
True.
So, I don't know. Let's all try to do that one day. Yeah, it won't go well. Okay, National Get Smart About Credit Day. Now, I picked this one for a reason. I mean, today is apparently National Jeff Day and National Lane Day, but that didn't seem nearly as exciting as Get Smart About Credit Day. Because I, as a younger person, and really now as a middle-aged person, I'm not really smart about credit. I find that financial literacy is not something that we're taught. So I'm on this mission. You've heard me rant about this before on my other show. Stacy Connects, by the way, on KKNW. Tuesdays from 3 to 4. I might as well plug, right? The whole idea of financial literacy, it's almost like a soft skill that's not taught to young people. Like, people don't understand the ramifications of, like, they get that credit card thing in the mail that's like, hey, you can open up a credit card with us.
I definitely think that's something that should be more taught in high school, And,
for some people, if you're not going to be a math major or a STEM person or
Right.
whatever it is, I think it would be a great alternative. Or, dare I say it, there is within schools, they do a lot of social emotional learning, SEL, and, talking about just say no to drugs, thanks Nancy Reagan, and about, safe sex and all of these topics, which are important. However, let's teach kids about how to open a bank account, have somebody from a bank come in and talk about these things, have somebody talk about how to be smart about credit cards and things like that, because this is a lesson that is also going to last. I mean, I would argue that your credit is going to last as long as the child that you potentially have because you didn't practice safe sex.
I mean, it's all important for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you good about this stuff?
I'm kind of good about it. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
I figured you were. I figured you were that person that either you learned from mom and dad because they were good, or you learned from mom and dad because they weren't good. And
I feel like I learned the hard way.
Well,
you miss a payment, you get an extra penalty, an extra fee, plus interest. That stuff, like, nothing hurts me more than getting a fee that I could have avoided. So yeah, that's how I kind of learned. And I got to say, if not for, I mean, we talk about the good and the bad of the internet, but the fact that I could auto enroll online to automatically have my balance paid off on my credit cards every month and my mortgage, and have it directly come out of my bank account, that saved me so much, heartache and headaches,
right?
and fees over the years, because it's just, I don't even think about it. It just happens, and it keeps everything above board. And thank goodness for those innovations, because I am a procrastinator, and without that automatic thing happening, I would no doubt be late every month with my payments,
I'm so with you. And
Yeah.
and that's such a simple way to work around and be smart about credit. Because credit, if you're younger and you're wanting to buy a house eventually, or, whatever it is, like, it's so important.
Mm-hmm.
And that is such an easy way to stay on top of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank God for that. And I will say that the ironic thing is, so I'm terrible with numbers and money, except I'm really good at spending it. And the guy that I married, he has a background in finance and accounting. And I will tell you what, though, he's also terrible about these things. I mean, it's bad when I'm getting twitchy. So when we were first married, there was a lot of growing pains with this.
Yeah.
So anything that we can automate, we automate.
Absolutely. It's the way to go. I mean, you got to have the money to pay those bills. Otherwise, you're overdrafting, and then that's more fees, and then you lose more money.
Right.
But if you've got the money, and that was always my problem. I mean, I didn't always have the money to pay those bills. That's why you use credit cards to begin with. But, even making the minimum payment saves you from additional fees.
Right.
So that's important, too.
So, see, this is the kind of thing that you're learning from with this show, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, look at us talking about being smart about credit. It's just...
We're adulting.
We are adulting. Oh, my gosh. Right? I almost feel like I'm olding more than I'm adulting, but that's fine.
It doesn't matter when you get there. It's that you get there.
Yes, that is true. And it's all we're saying is get smart about credit day, because the smarter or the faster you get there, the less you're going to have to pay for not getting there.
Absolutely.
So, okay, birthdays. Today is Charlie's birthday. Now, you're all thinking, who is Charlie? Never heard you talk about
Brown?
him. No, Charlie, my son.
Oh, hey, congratulations, Charlie.
So, this is momentous for a couple different reasons. One, the baby of my 4 children is now 20. I have no more teenagers. So, as
congratulations.
Thank you. As one of my kids said, look at you. You parented 4 kids, no teenage pregnancies. I was like, thank you. That's a bizarre way to acknowledge it. So that's a bizarre thing. That makes me feel really, really old. The other thing that I was curious about is, do you know about golden birthdays?
No.
So as far as we have always celebrated, your golden birthday is Charlie is 20 on the 20th. So that's your golden birthday. So Will, poor thing, he was born on May 1st. So his golden birthday was on the 1st. And so... Mayday. Yes, that's what I was yelling in the delivery room.
Mayday, Mayday, we're going down.
Exactly. So, golden birthdays. I mean, we don't do anything really any different. It's not like you get, 5 gold rings.
Or a golden ticket.
No.
To tour a chocolate factory.
No.
Charlie.
Okay, speaking of that. Okay, hear me out on this. This is going to take a minute. So speaking of Charlie, he works at the Lego store. So now he knows all things Lego, including the fact that there's this part of Lego where you can build a set and you can submit it as an idea. So you submit it online and then you can get upvotes. And if you get 10,000 upvotes for your design, then the design board at Lego will take a look at it and seriously consider whether or not to make it a set. So I'm totally putting this out there and hashtag my idea. Don't you think it would be cool to have a Willy Wonka set?
Brilliant!
Thank you. A Willy Wonka set. You could have the chocolate river. You could have different sets that you bring together in all the different scenarios with the various characters. And then what you do is you do the little mini figures that they have. I mean, what's more mini than an Oompa Loompa? And you could have a tie-in with a golden ticket so that you win something, like a trip to the Lego factory. I mean...
I think it's a great idea. I mean, there is licensing involved, which could put a spanner in the works. Who knows what the estate of Roald Dahl is, accepting these days. But, it seems like something, if anybody can do it, Lego can do it.
Right? I mean, they've done it with Star Wars. They've done it with Marvel. They've done it, with a ton of different things. So anyway, that's my idea.
I like it. And speaking of Oompa Loompas, if you want to see a real-life Oompa Loompa, there's a show on Netflix. This kind of ties into birthdays as well. That is the dumbest show I've ever seen, and yet I can't help but watch it.
What is this?
It's called Is It Cake?
Oh, yes!
And it's hosted by Mikey Day from SNL. And there's a guy on there, one of the bakers, the cake bakers, that looks like an Oompa Loompa.
Really?
Yes.
Is this the second season?
No, the first
still
season.
The first? Okay,
Yes.
because I've only gone through 3 episodes in the first.
He's in all of them.
I wonder how I didn't think of him as being, all right, now I got to find out. We'll talk about this during the break. Wow. Okay.
But, speaking of fluff, I mean, it doesn't get any fluffier than this. And just for folks that don't haven't seen like any trailer for this at all, they've got expert cake makers that make cakes that resemble non-cake real life items, and then the contestants have to fool the judges that are trying to guess, is it cake? Is it a real item like a stapler, or is it a stapler made of cake? So, and it, again, it's total fluff, but it is kind of fun.
It's so fun.
Yes. I just think about Mikey Day sitting there for 8 hours waiting for these cakes to be built. And he has to come out like every 15 minutes and just say, hey, guys, you got 6 hours left.
How's it going?
What is he doing the rest of that time? I don't know.
I don't know. But, it's fascinating. Yeah. And he's
eating
not,
cake, I guess.
He's not on SNL anymore, is he?
I believe he is, yes.
Okay, because I was going to say, yeah, he is, because I think I just saw him this past weekend. Anyway, all right. So happy birthday, Charlie. And you will have your cake and get to eat it too. And it will not taste or look like a stapler. So there you go.
But a Lego cake would be perfect for him someday.
That would be. I'm sure there's a mold for that.
I bet there is.
I had a Lego cookie cutter. So there you go. Okay, any regrets from the last show?
What was the last show?
Wow.
My regret is this week I've been so busy with the information overload that like even very recent memories like last week's show have been pushed out.
I understand. That was our dream trips.
Our dream trips. Yes, of course. Thank you so much. No, I thought that was a great episode. And yeah, I want to take some of those vacations. That's my only regret, that I haven't been able to book a vacation.
I know. I'm with you. All right. Yeah, I'm so with you. We need a vacation, Eric. Well, let's take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Halloween costumes. We'll be right back with Don't Ask Me to Talk. Whether it's fly fishing or French pastry, we all have something that makes our tail wag. Involuntary and instinctive, it's sparked by excitement, inspired by purpose, and it speaks to who we are. I'm Stacey Heller of Stacey Connects. I lead clients to the place that makes their tail wag. As a creative director, I bring ideas to life. As a podcast producer, I give ideas a voice. Stacey Connects. It's my superpower. If you want to connect with me, Stacey Heller, go to staceyconnects.com. Don't ask me to talk. Welcome back to the show. You're listening to Don't Ask Me to Talk with Stacey Heller and
Eric Ryder.
Here we are. So before the break, we were talking about some of the ridiculous high holidays that you can find online and celebrate.
Yeah.
And the not so ridiculous, like, again, Charlie's birthday. Woo, 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 woo. Okay. Halloween costumes.
Yes. I mean, speaking of ridiculous holidays, Halloween, but not an official holiday, but still, a cultural holiday and one that we enjoy quite a bit. It is ridiculous, but that's what makes it so great.
Now, are you a spooky or I should say scary or spooky as in cute Halloween person?
I kind of like a combo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the scary stuff.
Yeah, like for instance, I've been trying to watch some spooky-ish movies to get into the whole vibe of Halloween. And my go-to this last week was Shaun of the Dead, which is a zombie movie, but it's also one of the funniest movies ever made.
It is ridiculous.
It's so great. And yeah, that put me in the mood.
Oh my gosh, I talk about sublime to ridiculous. So Halloween costumes then. Are you, do you have some favorites? Do you have a philosophy about them? Like, I mean, things have changed. I'm older than you. So like back in my day,
right,
we had like the plastic mask that, it basically you were like suffocating yourself.
Oh, I had that too.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
And I was, I think Cinderella, and you couldn't really see. And basically it was a flimsy costume cape type thing, the mask that you basically wore on your forehead because you were trying to see. And, so that was my like little kid costumes.
Yeah, costumes have improved quite a bit since we were kids, for sure. It used to be that, you had like a a plastic outfit with a picture of the character that you were attempting to dress up as, or their name on like your chest, like a T-shirt basically of, that particular. So no attempt really to resemble the actual character or person that you're dressing up as, except for the plastic mask with, slits for the eyes and slits for the mouth. So yeah, and they've got much better since then. But
totally.
I remember some doozies, but we were kind of poor when I was a kid, so my mom would always make all our costumes. And, she had some good ideas, but I got to say, after about 5 years, I said, Mom, this is the last year that I'm going as a nudist.
The Emperor's New Clothes.
Yes. I know it's easy to make.
That's funny.
It's just so cold.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. The man running down the street with his teeny weeny wagon.
Right.
Now, so speaking of that, the whole purchase versus make, I did not grow up probably as poor. However, I think my mom was a little lazy. Maybe by the time she got to me, it was kind of like, So we just did a lot of homemade costumes, and it makes you realize how probably wildly inappropriate some of the costumes were, because the hobo and the bum.
Right. Yeah.
And, and then there was the gypsy, which I think that's considered a
These
derogatory
are all
term.
Kind of culturally insensitive these days, but I don't think there was much malice behind any of these, costume ideas at the time.
No, and the gypsy one or fortune teller, really, I think those two were synonymous. And it was really about like, I get to wear, especially as a young girl, like layers of clothes, and I get to look like
and shawls and stuff.
Basically, I get to look like Stevie Nicks.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and that was like a really cool one. But then, as I said, the bum and the hobo and that kind of thing. I mean, that was just sort of lazy.
Did you have the bindle on a stick?
I didn't.
Grease paint for the 5 o'clock shadow?
That was definitely done with like ash from the fireplace.
'Cause I don't think there's ever been a kid dressed up as a lady hobo. They're strictly male hobos for the Halloween costume.
I wonder if that's like a hobette.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
That's weird. But those were definitely go-to costumes. I wasn't terribly creative, I don't think, as a kid.
But even like back in the 70s when this would have been, I think the idea of the hobo was long gone. The costumes, I think, were all about, like the 30s era.
Yeah.
Riding the rails.
Right.
Hobos.
Yes. 100%. So, it was definitely like boxcar children type thing. Yes. There was a girl that to this day I was like in awe of the costume that she did. She went as a Hershey Kiss, and so had fashioned chicken wire and then just covered the whole thing with foil.
That's a good idea for a costume.
And I was like, that is brilliant. I mean, so brilliant. And
I believe I've seen other kids in that particular outfit. And I always thought, yeah, that's good, but hard to get through a door.
Okay, speaking of that, so one year, Grace...
And share the porch with the other kids.
Right, so this is a perfect... So one year, Grace, my daughter, she wanted to go as a Southern Belle. And so she really wanted, like, the whole thing. And so it made me laugh because, you find the costumes and most of it's like Scarlett O'Hara. And so she was like, Scarlett O'Hara? Who's Scarlett O'Hara? And so told her, but then, of course, did what any good parent would do and showed her the Carol Burnett sketch where she takes the curtains out of the window with the rod left.
Oh, right.
Right. And, thank you.
Great idea for a costume.
Right. So that's what she did. She had the costume that we had purchased at the party store.
Mm-hmm.
And then because she sews, she made curtains and she left the rod. And every adult got it. And every kid was like, what the heck is this thing that is knocking us out of the way? But every adult that saw the costume was like, Carol Burnett doing
genius,
Scarlett O'Hara? That's amazing.
Right.
So she knocked a lot of people out, but she got a lot of candy that year.
Nice.
Right? So what about adults, as you went into your tweens and teens?
Well, let me ask you this. Because I want to get to that, but I want to, on the kids' costumes, I want to know what your best kids' costume was and your worst kids' costume that you went as. Or I can answer that if you want time to
go
think.
ahead. Yeah.
So my worst was, again, Mom pulling out all the stops.
Yes. I'm worried.
I was a mummy, right? Good costume, poor execution, wrapped in toilet paper. So I TP'd our whole neighborhood here as I'm, walking into trick or treat because
Hopefully it didn't
my
rain.
costume. No, it didn't rain. It didn't rain that night, thankfully. But I, accidentally vandalized the neighborhood by my costume just peeling away Charmin as I walked from door to door trying to collect candy that year. So
that's funny.
Yeah, it wasn't a great one, but it was fun. All
right. So then
at least it was spooky, right?
Sure. It was spooky.
TP mummy.
Right. So then what's your best
kids costume? I went as a high court judge one year. Again, actually give credit where it's due. My mom helped me come up with this. I think actually it was her idea, but we worked together on executing it. And I had a black cassock from being an altar boy. And we used a croquet mallet.
Oh, so a gavel.
A croquet hammer as my gavel, and made a wig with a paper bag and cotton balls. And so I was a high court judge,
Wow.
Yeah. So, and that was a good costume, I thought,
That is a good costume.
Was able to sentence, other kids to death. So... for misbehaving on Halloween. So
right.
That was always fun.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So the highs and lows of the childhood costume. How about you?
So I think a bad one was when I decided to go as an old lady. And so I've never been really good with makeup or any of that stuff. So I just took a whole bunch of baby powder and put it in my hair. And it did nothing to make my hair dusty. It just made me sneeze most of the night. And then trying to dress up like an old lady, it ends up just insulting people because they're like, what are you? And I'm like, I'm an old lady. And I basically was dressed like everyone my mom's age because, she's old. So it was really not great. It really didn't go very, very well at all. Probably my best was at the height of, I want to say it was late 70s, early 80s. I went as Little Orphan Annie naturally with the red hair.
Perfect.
And I had kind of curly hair.
Did you do white contacts?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Because that would have been the piece de la resistance.
I know. But that, and I had a little red dress and that one was really easy.
Nice.
But, and I knew all the words.
Sometimes, the simpler it is, the better it is.
Exactly. Well, and if they gave away really good candy, then I got to sing, I know I'm gonna like it here.
Perfect.
And my mom would be like, can she move in?
Right. I don't want to hear this all night.
Exactly.
Can she stay with you?
Exactly.
You find a rich bald guy, you go to his door.
I
Please, can I stay?
Yes. But basically, I could have become an orphan that night because you're right. I was, of course, busting out in song and the whole thing. Okay. So then once you got more in control of what you could do into your tween and teen years, which way did you go then?
Well, for a long, long time, I didn't dress up because I just couldn't be bothered. and it would always go, and it would be like the day before Halloween, and I'd be like, maybe I'll do something, and then never did anything. But then, like, I finally decided that, yeah, it's fun to dress up for Halloween. But again, I have a tough time coming up with ideas and even tougher executing those ideas. So, but I've had some good ones. I've had some good brainstorms last minute. Like one of my favorite ones is one year I went as Clark Kent. And yeah, the alter ego to Superman.
Yes.
So I got a suit and I had the Superman shirt underneath, the white shirt, and then I pinned the shirt so it looked like I was like pulling it open, so you could see the S. So it was like mid transformation from Clark Kent to Superman, and I had the glasses and tried to do the little S with my hair, and I think I pulled it off. I got a lot of compliments on that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was fun to do.
Oh, I like that. Apparently, Halloween is a blur for me because I don't think that I dressed up a lot in my teen years as I think about it. And college, I don't remember dressing up for that. Like, I have more memories about my kids' costumes than my own. And it seems like, especially with young women, there's two routes that you can take. You can take, like, sassy, or you can take, like, sexy.
Right.
And so it's very interesting watching your kids go through that, like instead of Alice in Wonderland, it's like Alice in Whoville. Like Annie one year wore a Disney costume, and like the way that she wore it, I posted a picture and I was like, she's a Disney star gone bad. Which, they were starting to go bad at that point. And so that seemed like an appropriate thing. But yeah, I like the whole sexy thing. I'm like, when did Halloween become about that? I don't know. I suppose it's just trying on another vibe for size.
Yeah, there's definitely the adult side of Halloween and the kid side of Halloween. And I'm all for both. I at this point I don't really participate in either side of it, but I think whatever's making people happy, it's not hurting anybody. Have fun, and I love it.
Do you have any costume that you're like, oh man, like that's brilliant? I wish I had done that.
Yeah. There's been plenty of those. I can't think of a particular one off the top of my head, but they all look like they spent about
so long,
$1,000 and about a month and a half working on them to get them to be so good that I go, oh wow, I wish I'd come up with that. But yeah, I just don't have that kind of time, and I'm not willing to put, a ton of money into the Halloween costume.
I love watching what the kids come up with. Charlie one year went as a burglar and just wore all black and like a beanie cap and had a pillowcase, which it was like super simple, but it was at a time when everyone was doing the really scary stuff at his age. And so it was a cool throwback. Will and some of his friends.
Next day on Nextdoor, tiny prowler in the neighborhood.
Oompa Loompa gets away.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he was like 8. Will one year went with his friends as they went with the women's gymnastics team, and that was an interesting year. I think Grace went as from Arrested Development, David Cross's character, and when he was doing the whole Blue Man thing. And so she got a bald cap, and she was wearing like denim cutoff shorts and a shirt. And
because he was a never nude.
Because he was in.
There are dozens of us. Dozens.
Exactly. So she did that. And I love when, especially young women, are not worried about the vanity thing.
Right.
And like, I'm just going to like the bald cap and the blue and the whole thing. I was like, this is funny. It's very funny. Yeah, Halloween, I do Love seeing all of it now.
Yeah. So what about you, though? Tell me one of your best costumes that you've done as an adult.
Like,
or worst.
Oh, I know. Velma.
From Scooby-Doo?
Yeah. So Grace had a red kind of bobbed wig.
So anytime you see a red-haired lady on TV, you go, make a note.
Right?
Halloween costume.
100%. 100%.
Annie? Velma? Okay.
Oh.
Anybody else?
I mean, I'm a little lazy that way. But yeah, like totally like the little bob. And then I have glasses. And then I had a pea coat. And I wore a skirt and a pair of tights. And I was Velma. The sad thing is I had the whole outfit on, and then somebody said, you look like you're dressed as Velma. So then I just went and I got the wig to complete the whole vibe.
You know, I love nothing more than coming up with an idea, and then you've got all the stuff already, like the Superman thing,
Yes.
the Clark Kent thing. I love that. You know, there's nothing better to me than a Halloween costume that you could just pull out of your closet. You know, you wouldn't necessarily assemble it in that way if you're wearing these items on a regular basis.
Right.
But for Halloween, you know, to not have to go to the store and not have to buy stuff. I'll tell you, one of my other favorites that I did was the Son of Man. The painting, you know, with the by Magritte, the Son of Man painting. It's a man in a bowler hat, and there's a
the green apple
floating in front of him. Yeah, his face. So I achieved that by I had a costume bowler hat that I had laying around, and I also happened to have a green apple. That was a like a stress ball. That was a promotional item that we got here. Had that laying around. So I attached that to the hat. And then it was a gray suit and a red tie, just like the painting.
I love Okay. And that is like from the movie that was with Pierce Brosnan. When they all dressed up like that. Did you see that with Rene Russo?
No. When you're telling me they dressed up as the Son of Man?
They all dressed up the Son of Man.
With the apple and everything?
And I don't know if they had the apple, but they were all holding a briefcase, and they were all wearing the same thing, and they did this big switcheroo. It was a really good... Okay, another one to add to our list of movies to watch.
Okay.
All right. So on that note, let's take a break, and let's find out if Vance for Halloween is going to go as a Reuben sandwich, because really he would just need to have a tag that says, "Hello, my name is Reuben." Right? See what I did there? All right. So we'll be right back with Vance Dingfelder of Dingfelder's Delicatessen. Keep listening. Stacy Connects. It's not just my business, it's my superpower. Whether you need the right tone and messaging for a new venture, or you've plateaued with your current one, I can help. I connect clients with themselves and their potential. Then, I identify unique solutions that translate your brand into messaging that connects your target audience with your business. Go to stacyconnects.com to connect with me and your messaging.
Interested in learning something new? Meeting someone new? Find out things that we have in common? Well, of course you are. You're a human being. So let's get intentional about it. Join me, JDK Winnikin, every week and get all of that in less than an hour. I'm a writer, a historian, a social commentator, and my show is all about you. Really, that's what it's called. This show is all about you. Get my perspectives on the week's news and hear fascinating guests whose stories will inspire and move you. My show is all about giving you something that connects us. Join me Mondays on Kixie 880 at 3 p.m. or download it as a podcast.
Can't get enough of Stacy and Eric? Then be sure and check out Stacy Connects with Stacy Heller wherever you find podcasts. Stacy chats with guests about a variety of topics, hoping to make a connection through conversation.
Don't ask me to talk. Welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk. It's that time of the show.
That's right, when we get to talk to the Lord of the Sandwich, the King of the Knish, the dude at the deli. That's right. It's Vance Dingfelder from Dingfelder's Delicatessen. We're doing well, sir. How are you today?
The dude at the deli.
So I had a suggestion for you. Today we were talking about Halloween costumes. I suggested that you could go as a Reuben sandwich, just wear a tag that says, "Hello, my name is Reuben."
There you go. And a couple slices of bread.
Exactly.
You ever see? Remember the Wiener vehicle?
Sauerkraut
The Oscar Mayer, the Wiener.
Yeah, Oscar Mayer.
The Oscar Mayer bike. I've always wanted to be a hot dog costume.
Oh.
And we're going to start selling hot dogs.
Hey, that's a great idea. You know what? One year I had to go to a little party for Halloween, and it was a bring a dish kind of thing, and I made Hallowieners, which was like a Polish sausage with pickled red cabbage.
That sounds really good.
It was really good, and now I see a meme going around that purports to be Hallowieners made by Oscar Mayer, and it's hot dogs with licorice flavoring, which I guess is not a real product, but hey, I was there first, either way. But
Eric,
isn't it crazy how...
that happened? How many times have you look at that? They took my idea.
That's right.
They totally took. I mean, I used to do that with hot dogs and do it as pigs in a blanket and take the strips of dough and do it like a mummy. So maybe Dingfelders can do some pigs in a blanket for Halloween.
Maybe we do black rye bread.
There you go.
Right?
I love it.
Make spider rye bread, right?
There you go. So hey, what are we eating?
What are we eating? Well, I have to say, brisket has been flying out the door. All
Wow.
of a sudden. And yeah, our brisket's flying. And it's like something happened.
Maybe the change of the season, although it has been unseasonably warm, but maybe it's the season.
Stacey, you're absolutely so we after the holidays, with Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, people are now. I mean, we go through 800 matzo balls a week.
Wow.
Right. Whereas in the summer we'll do 400. It's amazing how soup really, the sales of soup as the weather came. But yesterday it was 80. And it's funny, people still bought soup. It's crazy.
Soup is just, I don't know. Soup is...
Hey, soup is love, right? If you're sick, you need some... What's soup to you?
So I am a huge fan of soup. I think I get that from my father. So I love a split pea soup. I do love the tomato soup that Nordstrom has. You can actually get it in the jars. I love a good chicken noodle. I love a white bean or a navy bean soup. Yeah, I love soup.
So I don't know if you know about Grandma and what we do as far as when we make our matzo ball soup, we actually use kosher chicken in it.
Oh.
And that's a big deal that we use kosher chicken because it's a lot more expensive.
Yep.
But I believe that the flavor that we get out of the chicken makes a difference. And we're getting ready to open up in a few weeks, in about a month. There's this thing that I want to do, chicken in a pot, right, as a meal. And where you get either a quarter or maybe we can get smaller chicken so you can do a half of, it's called gedempte chicken. And that's something that I really look forward to putting onto the menu. Gedempte chicken means soup chicken.
Okay.
And my mother used to love soup chicken. My grandmother would make a chicken soup, and she'd take the chicken out of the soup and she'd leave it in the refrigerator. And you used to eat it cold with ketchup.
What?
Yeah, that was my mother's thing. My mother used to eat it cold with ketchup.
Wow.
Yeah, but soup chicken is so good. Like when we pick the chicken, because that's what we do. We do it old school. We don't buy it already picked. First of all, you can't, right? Because it's kosher chicken.
Right.
But and if you hear noise, that's me making sandwiches. I'm actually working the line today.
I love that.
It's kind of funny. So, the chicken that we pick, they save me the wings, like the wing tips.
Yeah.
I pick all the meat, so I have them specifically. I'm like, save me the wings and the necks, because that's what I like, right? So I take the wings when we make chicken soup, and I fry them.
Oh.
And I put like the seasoning on them because it's low carb, and we all know about low carbs, right? And they're the best, like fried wings. Even the chicken is just ridiculous. It's so good out of the soup because it's being cooked in the soup, and you get all the flavors from the soup and the chicken. So I want to do chicken in a pot, which is like this big bowl of chicken soup with a matzo ball, half a chicken, and egg noodles, and maybe a kreplach. But we'll see, But that's what I'm hoping to do, and put that on the menu.
That would be
I said,
delicious.
What are we eating? We're eating soup.
'Tis the season.
Soup. You can never not have soup. And those people that say soup's not a meal, I can make it a meal.
Oh, soup is totally. Are you kidding? With a
Right?
crusty bread and
Right. With some
soup.
good rye bread.
Oh, yeah.
Like the crusts of the rye bread, and, or a buttered Kaiser roll.
Soup is totally a meal, and you don't just have grandma's soup. So I happen to know
we don't.
that grandma's matzo ball soup, you can actually do it with the matzo balls or without. Although,
Correct.
why would you do it without the matzo balls? Just saying.
Believe it, because you get more soup.
Well, okay, that's like Diet Coke without the ice.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm just saying, the ice is part of it.
Ice is everything on a Coke.
Right. And,
Have a full glass ice.
but, you could, in theory, then do some grandma soup without a matzo ball and some with, because your matzo balls, by the way, are like softballs.
They're not like softballs. They're like a feather. They're a feather.
No, I don't mean like,
You just mean large.
I mean, they're large.
They're not that big. I've seen bigger, but
Well,
I made huge ones actually.
it's
But I know what you're
delicious, and it's like an elixir
fill
if
you
you're
up.
feeling sick. Now, but that isn't the only soups that you make.
No, it is not. No, we make and I've been making my pea soup since I was a very young person. I've always liked pea soup, and so we do that. We do the mushroom barley and cabbage soup, which is a fave, and of course our borscht. And the thing about our borscht is that if anybody doesn't know what borscht is, it's a beet soup.
Mm-hmm.
And our borscht, in the summer we do organic golden beets and we serve it cold, right? And in the winter we do red beets and serve it warm.
That's exciting. All right, so basically, soup is the thing that we're
Soup is the
eating.
thing.
And
I'm making a brisket sandwich right now as we speak.
well, all right, but technically that's what you're doing right now. But what we're eating is soup, and check out all the different soups that Vance and the crew at Dingfelder's offers, and definitely a really great gift to send somebody is some soup.
Hey, and I got a great Halloween costume idea for you, Vance.
Oh, go ahead. I'm listening.
Superman.
Hey,
Oh, look at you.
that is a super good idea.
Eric, what's your favorite costume?
My favorite costume? Well, I talked about it on the show. One year I went as Clark Kent, speaking of Superman.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, and it was a fun
Did you
costume.
have fun with that? Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. No, that's a really good one, actually. You can have a good time because people are like, ah!
That's right. Next time I'll bring the ladle, though, and I'll go as Superman, if you don't take that idea.
Oh, my God. That's too good.
There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
That's me. Anyway.
Well, on that
I'm
note,
sure you guys got to go.
we're going to put a lid on this pot and have a great week. Thanks, Vance. It's time to pick our topic for next week.
Have a wonderful day. Take care.
Thanks.
Thanks. All right, let's find out what we're talking about on next week's show.
All right, I'm ready.
Oh, my. This one could get spicy,
Oh?
but probably not. We're talking 1st dates.
Ooh. Okay. I am very curious. This is going to be kind
I'm
of fun.
curious if I can remember that.
Wow. All right. Well, and
is it the first date we ever had? Is it the first date with a current partner or a former partner?
I think it's
first dates in general.
I think it's
50
first dates. I think it's first dates in general. I think it's if we can remember our first date, maybe with our significant other, or just good memories. It could cover the gamut.
Was it on Halloween? Was there another holiday involved?
And did she really want Superman and she got Clark Kent?
Or did she really want Superman?
Well, there you go. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week.